everyone, today's video is about when you get kidnapped. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And let's get going. You blinked groggily as consciousness slowly returned to you. The world around you was a blur of shadows and muffled words. As your vision cleared, you realized that you were no longer in the familiar comfort of your own home, but rather you were in a dimly lit room, surrounded by darkness. Panic surged through you as you tried to sit up, only to find yourself restrained by rough bindings around your wrists and ankles, your heart pounding in your chest as you struggled against your restraints, the reality of your situation sinking in. "Hey, let me go," you shouted, your voice echoing off the walls of the room. A door creaked open, and a figure stepped into the dim-lit room, their features obscured by shadows. Your breath caught in your throat as you strained to make out their face, but it was literally impossible to discern any details in the darkness. Well, what do we have here?" The voice drawled, sending shivers down your spine. You squinted, trying to see the person clearly, but they remained nothing more than a silhouette against the faint light. Fear clenched against your heart as you struggled with your bonds, desperation feeling your movements. The figure approached you slowly, their steps measured and deliberate. "Hey, no need to be so afraid, sweetheart. You're in good hands now," they said, their voice dripping with malice. You recalled the sound of their voices, a sinking feeling settling in the pit of your stomach. Who were they, and why had they kidnapped you? As the figure drove closely, he caught a glimpse of fiery crimson eyes glinting in the darkness, sending a shock of recognition through you. It couldn't be Bakugo? Your heart lurched at the sight of him, but the realization sinking in like a lead weight. But as you stepped fully into the light, he said that it wasn't Bakugo standing before you, but rather a sinister doppelganger. His features twisted into a small smirk. "Surprised to see me?" the impostor taunted, his voice a twisted echo. "Oh, Bakugos." You swallowed hard, trying to push down the rising tide of fear that was threatening to overwhelm you. "What do you want from me?" he demanded, your voice trembling with uncertainty. The impostor's smirk widened as he circled around you, his gaze cold and calculating. "Oh, just a little leverage, sweetheart. You see, your dear Bakugo owes me a favor, and you're going to help me collect it." Your mind raced as you tried to make sense of the impostor's words. What could Bakugo possibly owe him, and how did you fit into this twisted scheme? But before you could voice out your questions, the impostor reached out and grabbed you roughly by the chin, forcing you to meet his gaze. "But don't worry, darling. I'll take good care of you. After all, you belong to me now." With a cold laugh, the impostor disappeared into the darkness, leaving you alone with your thoughts and a sinking sense of dread. As the reality of the situation sank in, you could only hope and pray that Bakugo would come to your rescue before it was perhaps too late. Hours passed, and each minute felt like an eternity, as you remained bound and helpless in the dimly lit room. Fear gnawed at your insides, your thoughts consumed by the sinister impostor's words and the uncertainty of Bakugo's whereabouts. And just as despair threatened to consume you entirely, the sound of footsteps echoing down the hallway broke through the silence. Your heart leaped with hope as the door swung open, revealing a familiar figure silhouetted against the light. "Bakugo," you cried out, relief flooding through you at the sight of him. Without hesitation, Bakugo rushed to your side, his expression a mix of fury and concern as he quickly began to untie her restraints.
Are you okay?
He asked, his voice tight with worry. You nodded, tears of relief streaming down your cheeks as Bakugo freed you from your bonds.
I am fine, but we need to get out of here. That impostor, or whatever he was, he said that you owe him a favor or something like that.
Bakugo's jaw clenched with anger as he helped you to your feet, his crimson eyes blazing with determination.
Don't worry about him. I'll deal with that bastard myself,
he vowed, his voice low and dangerous. With Bakugo by your side, he felt a renewed sense of strength and determination coursing through your veins. Together, you made your way out of the room and into the dimly lit hallway, your steps quickening as you sought to escape the clutches of your captor. But just as you rounded a corner, and you were met with a group of masked figures blocking your path, panic surged through you as you realized that you were trapped, with nowhere to run and no one to run to for help. But Bakugo remained unfazed, his resolve unwavering as he stepped forward to confront your attackers.
You think you can mess with us and get away with it? Think again,
he snarled, his voice ringing with authority. With a fierce battle cry, Bakugo unleashed a fury of explosions, his powerful quirk lighting up the darkness as he fought to protect you. You watched in awe as he effortlessly took down your captors, his movements fluid and precise as he defended you with all his strength. And as the last of your captors fell to the ground, defeated, you found yourself in Bakugo's arms, his warmth a comforting presence amidst the chaos.
Well, we're getting out of here, and I'm never letting you out of my sight once again,
he whispered fiercely, his words a promise of unwavering devotion. So with Bakugo by your side, you know that no matter what challenges may come your way, you would face them together, bound by a love that was stronger than any obstacle. As you stepped out into the night, hand in hand with Bakugo, you knew that nothing could ever tear you apart. With your hand in his and your hearts intertwined, you walked together into the dawn, ready to face whatever challenges awaited you, knowing that as long as you had each other, nothing could ever break the bond that you shared. After all, together, you were bound by love, stronger than any obstacle that stood your way. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye!